Hello everyone, my name is Jaybird and welcome back to Lucid9. I'm very disturbed right now, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. We're gonna play this game and I'm gonna forget about my life problems and we're gonna have a fun gay old time. I can't even say the word gay anymore. That means happy. That means happy. I'm not using it in the homosexual context. Why am I doing an accent? I only nod wordlessly in response as I step out of his office. My throat almost feels clogged, as if I'd just heard something that I really, really needed to hear. Huh. Maybe these meetings really are a good thing. Yep, therapy is really good. Wah! Move those legs, you filthy maggots! Move 'em double time! What the heck? Oh, wow. My eyes are moving back and forth just to look at her. I peer around, searching for the source of the noise, and find Akira racing around the entrance, a large, lumpy backpack slung over her shoulders. What was the voice I gave her again?
Outside! Outside, please! Pretty please! I've been running 6 miles, I swear I'm gonna collapse!
What was the voice I gave her? God damn it. I hate how I forgot all these characters' voices after a while. I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm gonna have to watch a video. Oh no. Oh no. Give me a minute. I have to remember the voice I gave her. It's funny because I don't do this for all my other videos, but I'm just like, okay, I gotta do this. Yeah. Okay. Give me a minute. It'll take a minute. Okay, I remember her voice now.
Oh, Sarge, please, pretty please! I've been running 6 miles, I swear! I'm gonna collapse! I shouldn't be able to hear you over the sound of your tears, Private! Up to it!
Akira? I gingerly step in front of her and wave to catch her attention. She grinds to a halt, tilting her head curiously at me. What are you doing here?
I'm here for Drama Club, of course.
But no one else is here.
I'm doing an immersion exercise, Loot.
An immersion exercise?
Yep. I need to act half dead from a boot camp. So I'm gonna run a mile around the school track with this backpack.
A mile? But that backpack looks as big as her. Boot camp? Is that why you're calling me Luke?
No, I'm calling you Luke because Luke is short
for lieutenant.
Well, darn my socks! Don't you catch on fast?
Usually her antics would annoy me, but for some reason it's soothing right now. Like white noise in a messy world. Do you usually do things this intense for Drama Club?
Huh? Oh no, this is easy. You should have seen what I had to do yesterday. I was a sadistic serial killer.
What did you do for that?
I ate a bunch of cereal.
Wow. Slow clap. I'm not sure whether to feel relieved or exasperated.
Say, Luke, if you don't have anything to do right now, why don't you join us? We're doing some exercises that you might like.
What makes you think I'll like them?
From what Rui says.
What exactly does she say?
That you like the exercises.
That's cyclical logic.
On the contrary, it has nothing to do with bikes.
Sigh. Well, technically, I don't have anything to do. Wait, Rui will be there? I thought that a silent Akira would be a blessing, but it's just unsettling.
Yuri has something to do today. But if you come tomorrow, you can watch her bedazzle the crowd.
Tomorrow's Saturday, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
You don't know what day of the week it is?
It's Tuesday for my character. And in my defense, it's a half day on Saturdays.
Just no clubs, which is kind of important. She doesn't seem to hear me. Instead, she just checks her phone for the time.
Hey, boot camp is ending.
What about your mile?
Let's go.
She reaches out and grabs my wrist, but suddenly lets go as if it's a burning iron. I send a questioning look at her, but she only shrugs it off.
Come, Root. Adventure awaits.
Without any further explanation, she marches into the classroom building. Well, this should be interesting. Akira leads me into classroom 3A, where a dozen students are seated in a ring, looking expectantly at Akira. One of the girls immediately leaps to her feet. I recognize her as the drama club president.
Where have you been, maggot? You know how late it is?
Immediately, Akira stumbles forward as if she's dead exhausted, the backpack sliding from her shoulders and crashing to the ground.
Sorry, sir. I took a detour.
A detour? What kind of a detour can you take on a training course? Akira, is she Akira right now? Points a tremulous finger in my direction.
He jumped on me, sir, out of nowhere. I don't even know how he got here.
All eyes swivel to me, waiting to see how I handle this sudden development. They're probably expecting me to dodge out, to freeze, or to just stare at them like they're a bunch of weirdos. Heck, even I'm expecting me to do something along those lines. But instead, sheer instinct takes over. Years of make-believe with Rui molds me into what is needed at the moment. A foreign spy who haplessly stumbled onto a military operation. Sorry. I'm a tourist. Lost my way. I suddenly move my hand to my head, where my imaginary gun holster lies. Surprisingly, the club president is perceptive enough to catch it. He's a spy! Right as I pretend to whip out my gun, Akira tackles my arm, throwing me to the ground. I feel a shout of pain run up my shoulder, ripping a very real cry of agony from my throat. Akira proceeds to deftly lock my arms behind my back, leaning over until her mouth is next to my ear. Ooh, this is getting sexual.
Drop the gun.
Through the haze of pain, I manage to hold my character together. Akira nudges my arm, gentler this time, and I yell, opening my fingers in a releasing motion.
Sir, what should I do?
The club president kneels down, looking me straight in the eye. I tilt my head upward, staring as challengingly as I possibly can. Nice one. Strangers don't usually pick up so easily. The entire room relaxes as she sits before me, bowing her head slightly. Welcome to the drama club. I'm the club president. Sorry you came in on a pretty hectic day. No, it was interesting. Akira, could you let go of me? Akira suddenly squeaks, lunging away from me. An uncharacteristic blush crawls to her cheeks as she vainly attempts to cover her face with her hands. It's really unusual for her, but kind of cute. Almost reminds me of Rui. I suppose they've rubbed off on each other at this point. Ooh, that's a bit sexual, huh? Rubbing off on each other. Some scissor action. Damn. Quickly disregarding these thoughts, I focus back to my physical status and move my arm back to its regular position. It twinges painfully. I can't hide a wince, which the club president immediately notices. Oh gosh, are you okay? I I test my arm for a moment, but the pain subsided. Probably just overstretched slightly. Nah, I should be fine. It's nothing compared to what Miss Miki's made me do before. Whoa, what'd she make you do before, honey?
Did I hurt you? I'm really sorry, Yama.
It's fine, really.
Are you sure?
It's unsettling to see Akira so meek. I glanced at the club president and raised an eyebrow. She seems to understand. Well, let's try some basic exercises before our next scenario. Stanislavski's magic gift, everyone. What? The rest of the club time is spent in playing around with different objects, pretending that pencils are bombs, chairs are clouds, and desks are shields. It's amazingly refreshing. I'd almost forgotten how fun it was to just put everything aside and enter a completely different world. Yep. Even when the club's been dismissed, I feel a sense of lightness that I haven't felt in a long time.
Hey, Luke!
Akira pops up next to me, now returned to her cheery self. Hey, where are you headed?
Home.
Don't you live in the dorms?
I live in the world! Therefore, anywhere I go is my home.
Bizarre as always. The only thing I've grown to understand about this girl is that I'll never understand her. Alright, seriously, where are you going?
Come to think of it, I have no clue what I'm doing here. Catch you later, Luke! See you later.
And without any further explanation, she skips away. I shrug off my confusion, accepting it as the norm when no one speaks with Akira, and head back to my apartment. Except, something stops me at the entrance. By this time, all of the students are living it up in town, or doing nobody knows what in the school rec center. Nobody just hangs around the entrance. For most, the barred gates and curfew are just another sign of the restrictions instituted by helicopter parents. But beneath the shade of a tree in a far corner, I catch sight of two figures, facing each other with hands on hips. Ah, I knew it! Nice! Are they confessing each other's feelings? Ooh! I'm just kidding. I inch forward. The figures are none other than Misaki and Rui, immersed in conversation. Must you keep ignoring me, Rui?
Because you've been gone for 4 years, Misaki. We didn't know where you went or even why you had to leave. All these years, Yaman and I were left in the dark. For all we knew, you could have been dead. How can you expect us to act like you never left? I still don't understand how Yama can be so forgiving after he almost... You know what? I'm tired of this. Just don't ever speak to me again, Misaki.
She turns to stalk off. Misaki grabs her wrist in the blink of an eye. I'm not letting you walk away again, damn it! Do you believe that I wanted to leave Seto? To move to District 6 with my mother, who, by the way, doesn't even deserve to be called my mother? What I don't understand is why you're blaming me for something I couldn't control. Misaki's sudden outburst seems to catch Rui off guard. District 6 doesn't deserve to be called my mother. Just what happened to Misaki after she left Seto?
Misaki, you're hurting my wrist.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Rui, I shouldn't have. The two girls seem to avoid each other's gazes for an awkward moment. Rui is the first to speak, her voice coming out in barely a whisper.
Half a year after you left, we gave up. We thought you'd never contact us again. I was okay, but Yama, he thought that someone had left him. Again. Forever.
Oh! What was that? Excuse me, what? What was that? What was that? Oh, what? What? What was that? What was that? I like how I keep asking that. What was that?
He thought that people would just keep leaving him, that no one would stay by his side. He locked himself in his room, pulled himself into a shelf. I couldn't reach him, no one could. He didn't trust any of us to stay. Then I dropped by his house one day and the medicine cabinet was open and this huge bottle was gone.
You mean?
Yeah, you know how hands-off his parents have always been. Ambulance barely made it in time. They had to start pumping him on site. That's how bad it was.
Oh, so I tried to commit suicide. I actually have a friend, my best friend did that too. It's horrible, really. I mean, not just the act of trying to commit suicide. That's horrible. But it's also like horrible recovering from that, especially if it's doing a drug overdose. Because my friend told me that they had to make her, they made her drink charcoal and stuff to, you know, get all the, to absorb all the poison and toxins and the drugs, basically. And it was, yeah. So hopefully that deterred her. And now she's just afraid of hospitals. It's kind of sad. I mean, it's kind of sad that she's afraid of hospitals because a hospital saved her life. But, yeah. I'm not gonna give her name away because that's just disrespectful to her. All I'm gonna tell you is that she's my best friend, and that's what happened. But she's a lot better now. Just so you know, she's a lot better now. She doesn't even want to kill herself anymore. She's gotten so much better, and I'm proud of her. I just had to put that note in there, just in case. I'm afraid. Anyways, was it really that bad?
So, understand why I was so upset.
I had no idea, Rui.
Just where were you, Miki? Why couldn't you just have
Rui breaks off and covers her face with her hands. Misaki's expression crumbles. She instantly reaches toward Rui. And Rui promptly kicks her in the shin.
Dummy Miki, why did you take so long? Yo! Why weren't you there for Yama? Why weren't you there for me? Oh, I missed you.
Rui! And now they're draped against each other, sobbing like newborn children. What just happened? I'm confused about that too. Oh, what? What is this? I quietly inch away from the scene, feeling the sudden sense that they need privacy. At least they made up, well, from the looks of it. It almost seems like Rui was just really overwhelmed from keeping secrets. My memory of that time is very faint, but hers must be crystal clear. Her terror, her anguish when she stumbled on me must have been festering inside her all these years, because mentioning anything could have sent me over the brink. She always had to fake smiles, put me first, pick me up when I'd fallen down. Oh, that was a bloodiness. Oh, I'm so interested in this game. Oh, it's getting so good. Something itches in the back of my mind, a weird kind of dizziness threatening to overcome me. I force it back until I can become more detached. I really, really don't want to think about that time, but thankfully I can suppress it for now. But Rui, she was never one to hide away from her feelings. She faced that pain full force. Little wonder that seeing Miki again had brought all that to the surface. And Miki. She said she moved to District 6 with Satomi, something she hadn't told me when I first saw her 2 days ago. Why would she resent her mother so passionately? Also, why would they move to District 6, the most poverty-stricken area of Isemu? It certainly makes me curious, but then again, it's really none of my business. At least she and Ruri are friends again, so maybe now the three of us can go back to the way we were. I can't hide a smile as I lounge against the couch after whipping some dinner, replaying the exchange in my head. Oh god, I don't want to stop playing this. This is getting really interesting. I'm gonna make this an hour long. Hour long. I'm glad they've made up. I'm really glad. Somehow it feels like a big burden has been lifted off of me, even though I technically had nothing to do with the argument. And now I'm getting all sappy. Let's see, what should I do tonight? Work on homework with someone, or watch Govermecker. You know we're gonna watch Govermecker! Heck, why not? The episode opens with President Jay Graves chugging along a road in a large SUV, in a shot that looks suspiciously like an American car commercial. Suddenly, a blurb crashes down from the sky and lands on the hood of his car, stopping him immediately.
Surprise, monsieur. You are just passing on the France border.
President Graves steps out of the car, coming face to face with a teen in a striped shirt, red scarf, floppy beret, and a thin, twirled mustache. Who is this pretentious buffoon, and why? And what business have you in stopping a cure man? I am Diamond France, leader of the 865th Resistance. France answers to me and me alone. I'm sorry for my French accent. This introduction is punctuated by a very sudden passage of out-of-tune accordion. You can order France around all you like, but I am a proud Akira man. We have natural rights and liberty, and nothing can hold us down. I now see why your crime rate is so high, non? Are you insulting my freedom? Enough! Government! Not so fast! Diamond France suddenly reaches into his beret and pulls out a whip? How'd they fit that into a hat? You may have your little toy, monsieur, but nothing can defeat my whip. You think that pansy little whip can take on Govermecker? I don't know how to say these. This whip is what keeps my team of visual novel writers, I mean my millions of countrymen in line. Do not underestimate it. Visual novel artist. Ha! We'll see how great that whip is when I'm done with it. Govermecker! Mobilize! It would have been funny if it was, God damn it, I forgot the kind of bread. Oh shit. I was not a croissant. Definitely not a croissant. It's that. Let me look it up. I'm sorry. It's kind of bread. It's a big stick kind of bread. Hold on, let me just Google it. I'm sorry. I know what it is. I just forgot what it was called for like a split second. Okay? Don't judge me. I swear everyone has forgotten like a word for something, even though like, they know what it is. And it's like on the tip of their tongue, but they just forget it. Just give me a minute. That's all I need. Just a minute. Just a minute. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Just 1 minute, please. It's a baguette! I knew it was a baguette. I just forgot what it was called for just 1 second. I knew it had a B in the name. It's a baguette. It'd be funny if it was just a baguette he pulled out of his hat. That'd be more funny. And also a bit, stereotypical. But I surrender. Oh. Before Govermecker can even chug onto the scene, Diamond France has whipped a white flag out of his beret and is frantically waving it in the air. You... What? Already? We're French. We're very good at surrendering. Is that something to be proud of? We're French. We're proud of everything. Just then, Governmecker in all its stop motion and toy model glory burst into the scene, peering skeptically at President James. James? Graves, what the why did I say James? I'm so sorry. It's a bit late at night. President Graves only taps it lightly on the foot with a sad smile. Sorry, bud. False alarm. I swear that Governmecker's shoulders droop in disappointment as it chugs away like a rejected puppy. Suddenly, Diamond French throws the flag into President Graves' face with a triumphant shout. Aha! Victory is mine! What? Where's your sense of honor? We're French. We're very good at being dishonorable. Honorable. Stop saying that! Then we shall proceed, non? Come, robot of anguish. Let us wreak havoc together. As Diamond Prince dramatically spins around, President Graves claps his hands over his ears. Governmecker, mobilize! As Diamond Prince's robot phases into his farm like some abstract French art film, Governmecker tears onto the screen with a renewed vigor. But Diamond France flashes his whip at its knee, causing it to flop on the ground. Ha! Your little face is no match for France, no? We'll see about that. He leaps into the cockpit as Governmecker jerkily pulls itself to its feet. Whoa! Nice! I love it! I love it! Diamond France leaps into his own mech, now molded into a deformed Eiffel Tower with the cockpit duct taped to the front, and rushes at Governmecker. Oh god, not French, not actual French words. Oh Jesus Christ, how do I pronounce this? Google Translate, or not Google Translate, well I guess Google Translate, help me. Okay guys, are you ready for Google Translate? Are you ready for Google Translate? Are you ready for Google Translate? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Prepare your earnest for Google Translate. Only my phone didn't take forever to load. My phone's taking forever. Let's me try to pronounce this. Sales étranger. I don't know how to say French. I only know Spanish and only a little bit of Spanish, not a whole lot of Spanish. My God. That took forever. Now it's loading. Even more. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why is there French? Why? It just had to be French. It had to be French. Okay. Almost. Okay, this says, it means, take this, dirty strangers. you go. Are you ready? Are you ready? Oh my god, are you kidding me?
Prenez ça, sales étrangers.
Or,
Prenez ça, sales étrangers.
there you go, that's what it says. Speak English, heathen! I'm sorry that took forever. I'm sorry. The mechs crash against each other, swinging metallic limbs haphazardly as Diamond France opens his cockpit, tossing strange objects at President Graves. Baguettes of destruction, eclairs of elimination, final croissant. I knew baguette would come up eventually. Yay! Are these pastries? Ha! They are no match for Whole House chocolate chip cookies. As the French pastries harmlessly bounce off of Govermecker's armor, President Graves chucks back his own weapon. It promptly explodes into 100 other chocolate chip cookies, which explode again until Diamond France's mech keels to the floor, finally defeated. Sacre bleu! You have defeated me! Stick to art, monsieur. Since you clearly suck at fighting, I won't forget this. Diamond France shakes his fist in anger as he limps away into the sunset. President Graves only grins smugly, reboards his SUV, and continues down the road blasting traditional rock and roll with both windows down. Wow. Technically, the series should be abominably offensive, but for some reason, I'm just amused by it. Aren't we all? I think I'm actually becoming fond of it. Oh, achievement unlocked. All roads lead to Govermecker. Oh. The sudden ring of my phone breaks me out of my thoughts. Yes, it does. I'd better answer this one. Shigure?
Ishiyama. A most intriguing circumstance has transpired and necessitates immediate reagency.
I'm not going on another little goose chase, if that's what you mean.
Oh, I aver that this is far more exigency than a mere preliminary.
Despite myself, I'm intrigued. And what would that be?
The police have come to an impasse and exact Giovanni for the recent disappearances within Isamu Imperial Boarding Academy. Are you conversant with the cases?
I ruefully think back to the events of the morning. Yeah, I'm somewhat familiar with the recent disappearances.
Well, I should hope so, given that you attend the very institution. At any rate, you must meet me at the school tomorrow morning. We are scouring every last inch of that campus, even if it requires neglecting sleep. With luck, a crucial piece of evidence may be uncovered.
Disappearances? Neglecting sleep? Evidence? What's going on? So, we're searching the academy for a lead on the recent disappearances?
That is to what I previously adverted. Are you deaf or merely improficient of fathoming such elementary conceptualizations with your tawdry intellectuality?
I feel like this woman would watch Rick and Morty. To be fair, you would have to be very intelligent to understand just how funny and deep Rick and Morty is. I forget the specifics of that meme. I mean the script. There goes the canon of verbal abuse. I'm honestly impressed. I can't match her in that regard. but no one disturbs my sleep. No one. And you're expecting me to pull an all-nighter for this?
Well, naturally, the case demands it.
I'm not doing that. Get some other people to help.
On the contrary, as I have no qualms with neglecting sleep, you should be the one recruiting. Gather your accomplices as you deem necessary, Shiana, and meet by the school gates at 8 a.m. sharp.
But isn't it illegal to share confidential case information with civilians?
It ought to be felonious to possess such infinitesimal acumen, yet you were not incarcerated.
Oh my god, I don't know how to pronounce half of these words! That doesn't answer my question.
Should you choose to go alone, know that you will be spending the entirety of your day in investigation.
I'm not even getting paid!
If you really don't want to do it, you don't have to. But we both know you're already too curious for that.
What's really unfair is that she's actually right. Sometimes I wish that she was oblivious and stupid. But then again, she wouldn't be Shigure. Guess I have a lot of calls to make. Lovely. When I arrive at the academy the next morning, I find a fairly sizable group of people gathered by the gate, none of them looking particularly happy with me. But too bad! Fuck their feelings! This is important.
Well, look who actually showed up.
Elizabeth's definitely the angriest. I probably shouldn't have pulled the blackmail card to get her here, but at the same time, I need as many people as I can get. You thought I wouldn't?
Honestly?
No. I was the guy who organized this. Why wouldn't I show up?
Once an irresponsible person, always an irresponsible person. Would you like some paper? Paper? Would you like some paper with that salt?
Why did I say? I thought it said paper.
Would you like some pepper with that salt? With that salt?
I'm just telling him how to improve.
Sure you are. You haven't said a single constructive thing.
Does he deserve it? He doesn't bloody take anything seriously. Has he ever excelled? Ever?
Is this still about that stupid project from last year?
It wasn't stupid. Clearly you don't have the brains to understand Rick and Morty. Hey, lay off her! Guys, can we just...
Stay out of this, Yahiko! Look, Elizabeth, I've tried to just ignore you. I thought you improved because Yama stopped talking about you. But you're too stubborn to think you might be wrong. You know nothing about me. Stop shooting off your mouth like an ignorant. You come here and say that to me. Your voice need to let loose for y'all you spill them. Couldn't done what you done, eh? What? For a second, I find myself double-checking whether that was indeed Misaki Kazehaya who just spoke. Judging from the fact that everyone else looks just as bewildered as me, the answer is a resounding yes. The commotion immediately comes to a halt, Masato seemingly the only person who actually registered what Misaki just said. She's right. Ain't no use in us arguing. Well, alright then. Guess that's one way to defuse an angry Masato. What makes it a little scary was how easily Misaki could do so. Elizabeth and Ruri turn away in a huff, but they stay silent. I'm not completely sure whether it's out of respect for Misaki or if they simply don't have the energy to keep arguing. Well, this is getting off to a great start. It appears you accrued a respectable quantity of potential peons after all, Ishiyama.
And And now Shigure's here, which will either fix everything or make matters much, much worse. I'm betting on the latter. Wait, isn't that... Adi? What are you doing here? You! I elbow him in the ribs to shut him up. He seems to understand.
She is with me, obviously. I, on the other hand, have my own inquiry. By what means have you acquainted yourself with Ari Hiraga?
How do I know her? Same school, remember?
And yet you address her with some similitude of fellowship.
So do you. How do you know her?
I hold no obligation to acknowledge queries impelled by a marginally competent plebeian.
With this kind of affirmation of my hard efforts, she moves into the group, examining each person from head to toe. They only stare back, unsure of how to react.
Intriguing. Oh, I see.
What are you doing? Shigure only returns to the center of the group without another word.
My name is Shigure Enomoto. I am a freelance detective.
Ain't you kinda young for that?
I am 26 years of age, a utententious imbecile, and legally certified.
She flashes her badge at Masato, who only shrugs. You're 26?
Yes. Pray keep yourself from any further counterproductive disruptions.
After a moment of silence, during which she takes a deep breath with Artie comfortably patting her back, she seems to regain control.
You have been summoned on account of an extremely important affair. As you might expect, I cannot divulge details due to the confidential nature of the case. However, I can tell you the following. We are searching for any information that may be related to the recent disappearances of Academy students. You must be meticulous. You must be witty. You must be adaptable. And above all, you must stay alive.
Her words carry unusual dramatic weight. A quick glance around the area confirms my suspicions. Every person is leaning towards Shigure, a glimmer of excitement in their eyes. Even Elizabeth seems interested. Heck, I'm looking forward to this. Turns out that Shigure can be inspiring when she really wants to.
Investigate all areas of the school until noon, where we shall reconvene at the garden rooftop to debrief. Leave no stone unturned. The lives of innocent citizens lie in our hands. 3, 2, 1, break!
Every person in the group tears off in every direction. Only Artie, Rui, and Shigure remain. Rui shuffles close to Shigure with a shy smile.
I'm sorry, but would it be okay if I tagged along with you? Being a detective just sounds so cool. But, of course, only if it's okay with you and Artie.
I noticed Shigure's chest puff up slightly like a proud veteran aiming to impress the newbies. Ruri probably scored extra points by including Artie.
Well, if you insist. Artie?
Artie glances from Ruri to Shigure and back, the edge of her brow furrowing slightly. Shigure, noticing her hesitation, tries a comforting smile.
Remember?
Artie stares vacantly at Shigure for a long, long moment, then nods, the corners of her lips rising just slightly.
It's settled. What's your name?
Ruri. I'm Ruri. Ruri Hayata.
We must depart at once, Rui. We must depart at once, Rui. Enlightenment awaits.
And she promptly dashes away, Ruri on her heels. Artie briefly glances in my direction as she follows him out. I spend an idle moment relishing the fresh air against my face and the glorious serenity of silence. Then I straighten my shoulders and evaluate my surroundings, ready to start my investigation. Oh! Oh! Oh, okay. Well, so whichever one we choose is connected to whatever person's there. Whoever is there. So, we're going to... I already have a guide for this. I kind of want to be with Misaki, because I like her. She's cute. I like her. Okay? It's okay. We're gonna be fine. Okay. We're going for Misaki, which would be cafeteria. Ah, shit. I should have saved before this. I should have saved before this so I could read them all, but it's too late. It's too late, and I'm sorry. We're going cafeteria. The cafeteria is not only the place where students retrieve food, it's also one of the most popular hangout places on campus. You know what? I think I'm going to end this episode here. It's been a long one. If you guys enjoyed this episode of Lucid9, leave a like down below, leave a comment down below, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't, ring that notification bell, and remember, die safely. Bye-bye!